Okay, welcome back, Archival.Sessions. We are here. It's the holiday special. Kidding. We just saw Marty Supreme.
It's and
this is my guest, Yamata. I don't have a blurb for you or anything.
Well, you don't need one. I'm here. We saw.
She watches movies. That's her blurb. Yeah. Okay. So this was directed by Josh Safdie and what's his name? Ronald Bronstein, starring Timothy Chalamet. This is truly his movie. He gets the most screen time, and I'm just gonna read the little synopsis. Marty Mauser, a young man with a dream no one respects, goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness. What'd you think? Let's just overall thoughts.
Overall thoughts. That synopsis is true, and a little understatement. I think it was more than hell. Like, it was the depths encrusted in a demon hell. Like, it was New York to the max.
Right.
The accents, the humor.
Right. Yeah.
The dirtiness, the not caring, the saying whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah.
It was brutal in a way that if you didn't grow up here through the school system and see shit, see stuff, the movie might come
curse,
off.
By the way, you can curse on this show.
It's like the movie might come off a little bit offensive and very abrasive at times, but like it was very called for because this man was in dire fight or flight mode, like at all times, to prove himself.
When Timothy Chalamet was marketing it, he was like, this movie just feels like New York.
Yeah.
First I was like, okay, what does he mean by that? And then immediately once this movie starts, I was like, oh, yeah, this is New York. And I really enjoyed how every side character, everyone just looks like a character. It just looks like, okay, if you like, I need a New Yorker to play this role, they got it to a T. And this movie really worked for me. I don't know what I was expecting from a ping pong movie, but
I wasn't expecting that.
It's just
I think it was much more than a ping pong movie. I think it was more about life in more than just proving yourself, but life in like self-disappointment. But the self-disappointment that comes with living in a city like New York where it's the American dream and like you need to make it. So it was just much more brutal. And that's why I felt like there was a lot of things you can relate to if you grew up here. But it was back in the times where
1950s,
where they were like, I need $3, and $3 was a lot, which I think was crazy. Like them scrounging for money and being like it was $2,000 and that it was like that
was like saying $100,000.
$100,000. I just thought it was kind of crazy.
I love how the movie started with him. He's a shoe salesman.
Yeah. And
he gets the wrong size.
Yeah.
To purposely get her to buy a different shoe.
Yeah.
And then we see, what's her name? Odessa Zion. She comes in, and this whole relationship they have.
Yeah, they're both the same person, but one is a female, one is a male. They're really the same person, tricking in their own different ways. Like, she's crazy too.
Right. And I think that's the first curveball when she's like, oh, I want to come with you to Japan. And then it starts with the sperm cells going through the birth canal. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I think that was the first loop that the movie threw at you. Like, okay, this is going to be weird.
But also, it was a taste of what humor was to come, because I was like, y'all playing games. Like, it was that was the first, it was one of the first scenes and I was already laughing. Like, what the
You're like, what are we watching?
What are we watching?
And then it becomes a sphere, and then it's like Marty Supreme. I'm like, wait, what? A ping pong ball is the egg. Okay, all right, we're in. And then what happens next? And then he,
he was getting like promoted in his job, and he's like, nah, I need money. I'm robbing you at gunpoint.
Right. He just takes the gun out, and it's his uncle's shop, and he's just like, give me the money. Give me my money. He owes me money.
Take me very seriously. This is what I'm doing. And he's like, you're not going to shoot me. Right? He wasn't going to shoot him.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're right, violent. Because the way the curveballs were thrown.
Yeah.
anything could have happened. So you were really honestly second guessing and / sweating the whole time, like figuratively or literally. Like,
you know, that was the one jump scare I had when he had the gun. The music in the next scene, that cut happened. Boom! I thought it was a gunshot. I went, oh! I jumped, and I was like, oh no, he went to London. Yeah. Okay, he didn't shoot him. Yeah. Okay, I was like, all right, whoa! So I'm like, the movie just keeps inching you towards the flame and being like, get burned. Level up. It's just like it keeps going. And then he meets what's her name? Well, then he's lying at the Federation, being like, I want to get in the best hotel.
He's lying at every point.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's lying at every point. This man's lied at every point. Lying was the way he navigated life to get where he wanted. Right. I do agree with him where he was like, I have to work. Like, I need to get there by myself and do it by myself. And low-key, in a way, he's done that. But he's done it through actually, like, becoming a salesman for his life.
Yeah.
Like, just lying.
The journalist there. And then that was the first thing when he said to the journalist, he said, what did he say about the Auschwitz joke? And I was like, whoa. Wait, I think everyone in the audience was like this, what? And he even said, well, I can say it, I'm a Jew. And it was like, oh, okay. All right, we'll back off. Yeah. I forgot what the joke was. He was like, I'm going to get the job done, unlike Hitler. I definitely, I think the whole theater was doing timeout.
It was a timeout moment, but at the same time, it was, you know how here you make jokes.
Right.
Covered in pain, like.
Right.
And that's a comedic relief. Like, that's how jokes land in New York. Like, that's how we speak. Like, even in our community, it's like jokes come from pain. We're like saying things that are low key offensive, but it makes sense.
And they was like, oh, and that's why I feel like once they did that joke, that was when everyone was like, okay, this character, he's gonna say some stuff that you're just like, whoa, I'm uncomfortable. It's like he doesn't care, and he's like, I'm trying to sell myself. He just constantly try. Remember they say it's not like he's trying to be great. No one takes him seriously. Yeah, and he's like, okay,
then I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Banging the drum the whole movie.
I keep doing whatever I want.
Oh, yeah. That was... Yeah. I forgot that Hitler joke. I really wasn't ready.
He called the man a fat Jew.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was like...
even Tyler Creator. What did you think of him, actually? What did you think of him in it?
I think he was well-placed.
Right.
He was the best black friend. You know? Come on.
Yeah, he's
every movie, your best friend's black. Especially if you grow up in New York. Like... Right. If you grew up in New York and none of your friends are of color, you don't...
You're either uber rich where you're just like, you weren't around anyone.
Yeah, but also you didn't have the experience that you needed.
You're fake from Long Island or Jersey.
You're fake from Long Island. Or like, that place? What's that place north?
Oh, upstate Westchester?
Yeah, like, Westchester.
Yeah, like, you're not from.
Yeah, you're claiming territory that's not yours, rightfully. But yeah, I just thought he was well placed. His struggle was very real, but also... I don't know if you noticed this, but the same words that Marty would use over and over was that he loves you. He said it multiple times in the movie. Multiple times.
But did you believe him?
And I clocked it every time. I believed it as his way to justify why he really just needs to do something. And he's like, please forgive me. It was his way to be like, please forgive me.
Oh, okay, that's it. Okay.
Because remember when he was like, nah,
I'm not giving. I'll definitely like. He's a con artist. I was not liking him.
He's not a likable character. He needed to be desperately humbled, which he was.
In the worst way.
But I just think the way he used "I love you" was genuine, but in a way that most people don't use it. People are like, "I love you" with tenderness and stuff. He's like, I'm desperate, I need to do this, but just know I'm not doing this out of the fact that I hate you or like I'm doing this because I'm trying to get one up on you. It's like I'm desperate to complete a goal. And I know this is going to run over your plans or like this is not putting you first, but I love you, but I need to do this. That's why how it ended the way it did. He was like, I finally crossed the hill. His whole mentality was, I need to beat this man. He's the number one.
Right. Okay.
He wanted to go to the championship, but you see the way at the end, the fake tournament, he was just like, I don't even care about the championship. Let's do a real game now.
Right.
His goal was to beat the best. Because in his mind, he wanted to be the best, and that was his way of being the best. He completed that goal. He went home with no problem, and he was ready to take ownership of what happened in the beginning of the movie. Oh, do you see the way
I see that? Wow, you just
like,
yeah. I definitely was watching it as like your chickens come home to roost. Like it was just like you did all this shit, and then at the end you don't get any prize money. You didn't get in the tournament, but he got his pride of I beat the best. I know I did. It was a real fair game, and now I can go home.
It was proving it to himself. This whole movie is just one big figurative American dream, proving it to yourself that you've made it, you could have done it. The goal that you set for yourself has been completed. Right. Now I can move on with what matters most to the people I love.
You know, it's funny. I'm thinking of there's this TikToker. She was like, a lot of movies are just men being like, I want to achieve greatness, but responsibilities. Yep. And I'm like, oh God.
He basically said, fuck responsibilities. Yeah. I really don't care about anybody else. Like, in your face, I will tell you. Like, he tenderly told his, like, love interest. He said, you're a fuck up. But I'm not gonna be it. I'm not. He tells her not the way you are. And that was a turning moment, like where he's like, I gotta run over anybody. I love you, but I gotta run over anybody to complete this. And then when I do, like, you'll understand.
Yeah, remember he's denying that it's even his child.
Yeah.
Like we see the baby being made, and the whole titles are like, it's his baby. They're not telling you it's his baby.
He was in denial.
And he was like, that's not mine.
No, he fully knew it was. And he had excuses to back it up. Yeah, like, I do the pull-out method. You gotta hold your pee in for 5 hours.
And then Tyler Graves he's like, you're gonna get a bladder infection. Exactly. Like, it's actually not good. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And then another scene where we get another, we're getting burned again. The scene where the bathtub just drops.
Okay, I think that was a shock to everyone. I feel like that also made a couple of people uncomfortable because they're like, what the fly? Like, what else can you do?
Right.
What else is happening next? And put a lot of people on edge. Like, this is something that doesn't happen in a ping pong movie. What the fuck is the bathtub falling out of the ceiling?
The whole way how the scene goes, it's like he goes to this hotel. He needs a hotel room. He's like, oh, give me a room. Then some guy comes with a stinky dog, and everyone's like, oh, your dog stinks. And then it's just like, what is going on?
It's already chaotic from the beginning when he checks in. From the negotiation of how much the room costs to the don't use that bathroom, because they don't even warn him about why not.
Yeah, they just say, hey, don't use the bathroom on the 5th floor.
The whole reason he booked the room is because he needed a shower.
Right.
Yeah, you remember.
And that's what I'm saying. The whole movie is like, he closed this scene. Let's destroy the bathtub.
The whole reason he booked the room was just like, I need a shower. Like, how much does it cost? Right. It cost this much last night. Why is it this much? He's like, just pay it, because he needed a shower desperately. And then they rented him a room where the shower is deathly.
Yeah, it's like, don't use it. And then he crushes the guy's arm. The dog's under, and he's like, oh, take my dog to a vet.
And take the money outside of my bag. No, I'm full. Well,
but actually, that's where the movie, it keeps showing you, as I was saying, it does very well giving information out individually. Because he opens the bag, there's a bag of cash.
But so then it cuts to his face, and you see his character. You see his
eyes light up like green. And he's like,
it's like, this boy about to take it and run. Like,
but it also is like, this guy's obviously not something you want to mess with.
Yeah.
I'm not if I open someone's bag and like,
and you just have cash laying out, he's obviously
you're in the mob. Yeah. You're in the mob. I want nothing to do with you. And
also, the fact that he felt comfortable in that dire moment being like, take the money and take my dog, because I feel like he knew that if you don't do what I say you should be doing, I will find you. That was the energy.
I don't think Marty even thought about that.
He didn't, because when you see money and you're in a desperate moment, like that's what you want. Like it's a tunnel vision moment for him, but he didn't know if this man is feeling comfortable enough to be like, do this with my dog and my possessions, he's gonna find you.
And then him and Tyler, while they have the dog, they go and do the run the scheme at the bowling out in Jersey. Because remember, he was like, we can't go anywhere in New York. They know our face. So he's like, I know a place in Jersey. And they had to go deep
Honestly, that was one of my favorite scenes. The whole scamming at the ping pong bowling alley.
No, and they played into the racial stereotype. Oh, Tyler, he's a stupid Negro. That's the other thing. So he was like, I got money.
Can't get home.
Loses all, and I need cab money. And all the white people are like, come on, let's get this guy
home. Get our brother home.
And they're playing them.
Playing on the sympathy of the white man.
But especially during this time in America, it's like, no, those racial stereotypes really define everyone. So it was like, come on, let's just help the fella out. Help him out.
And then it was like, everybody pull your money together, help the fella get home.
And I was like, oh, they're gonna rob them.
I was like, this is the best scam I've seen so far.
And then that was it. And then the movie just keeps giving you more information. Why is this getting worse? It's getting worse. And then they go to a gas station and the white guys catch up to them like, hey, you lied to us. There's a whole crazy scene. And Marty's just still has like a blank face and is like, I'm not giving you nothing.
He's like, I'm not giving you, but also he's like, we gotta get gas.
He gave me a ride. He gave me a ride. I'm helping him. I'm a good Samaritan. They're like, no, you're Marty. Yeah, I know. I've seen you. He's like, then he starts spraying gasoline on him.
I think a lot of these scenes were like 20 to 30 minutes of no chill. Like, it was like, if we're full steaming ahead, we're full steaming ahead for the whole thing.
I just kept feeling like they'll press the gas. And you would just be like, oh my, what is going on? And an explosion happening.
And the dog runs out of the car. I'm like, this is tragic.
And then it's like, he lost a dog of a parent mob guy. That's what it's like, okay, this is going to come back to bite him.
He took the money and doubled it. With the scam, and then he lost the man's dog, and they also ruined his friend's taxi car.
Right, and then that's what Tyler Perry's like. Hey, I know, like, we doing, but like, I have responsibilities.
Yeah, so and at the end, he didn't even want to split.
Yeah, then he was like 50-50.
He's like, I need the whole thing. He was like, I thought we were doing this so you give me the whole thing, and he was like, what? And
he's like, come on, man, like,
I have kids.
But remember, you were saying he keeps like, I love you, like,
yeah.
I'm not doing this because I'm dirty. I'm doing this because I'm trying to be great.
Yeah.
And when I'm great, he kept saying, if I do like, I'll give you 10 times for my earnings. And it's like,
he was like, let me take it now. He always had that. He always said, I love you. And then always, let me take it now. And then when I win, I give you 10 times that. Those were the lines that were most consistent throughout the movie. He said it so many times.
He's Bernie Madoff. The Ponzi scheme. He's like, this is what Epstein was doing. He was lying to everyone. Yeah, I'll double your money.
Yeah.
And it just keeps ratcheting up. I don't. This movie now. The more we talk about, I'm like, it
was pretty good.
It's 5 stars.
It is the script. We were saying we want to read the script like plain. Because I want to see what that table read was like when they first got that.
I'll be
probably crazy. Like, what you want us to say this?
It's like yes, what are we doing with this? This is all crazy.
Yeah, the script, the costume was really good.
Right. Yeah.
It was believable in a way where I wasn't even watching the film for the costumes, but I was just like, yeah, of course they would wear that. Yeah, of course, like the set was really good. The shot was really good. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I was like, I was, because we just saw King Kong, and of course this is a $200 million movie, so they can do let's recreate 1930s Times Square. So this movie's like, no, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do tight shots.
Tight shots.
Everything's close, and then everything just felt like, this feels like 1950s. I really enjoyed how this was shot.
I also loved that when he was playing his opponent, you could hear him like,
yeah, he's like, very animated,
and he was more animated than all his other players. His personality comes through hitting the ball, right. Like animated. You hear him, you hear his breathing, and I was just like,
I just remember the guy who was in Auschwitz, that Honey story.
Yes,
that I don't know. I have to fact check if that's really real. That was insane.
Where they would send him out the field
he would defuse the bombs.
But also the Honey story, that made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, is this true? And I want to be like, you can't just throw that in a movie and it not be true.
Yeah,
I hope it's true.
Because, or else I'm like, who came up with that?
Yeah, how do you just? As I said, there's no way you wrote that down.
It's just the honey seed.
Yeah, the honey seed. Another seed. Curveball, just throwing at you.
It's another shock factor. Yeah. It's another, we're gonna one up the storyline. We're gonna make you like crazy.
The honey. I just thought of the honey scene. I was like, oh yeah, that did happen.
I mean, very selfless, but also like, what?
But it was that bad. Like we were being, what do you call it? They were
like
being
starved.
Starved. It was like that was what they had.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But then it makes me think, would Marty do a selfless act like that? Would you rub yourself in honey?
Hell no.
And let people, and he would like, hell, like
he would never.
He's in it for him. Because that move is very like, I'll jump. He basically like, I'll jump on the grenade.
Yeah.
Marty would not do that.
No, he wouldn't.
And I actually, yeah, that's interesting.
That's why I was like, Marty's character is poor. His ego is very huge. But I do think there are words that he really genuinely felt, but were misplaced because of his ego and his mission. But I do think he meant it. He was just he has an underdeveloped frontal lobe.
Yeah, even when she, well, I don't know, it's not his girlfriend.
She's just as crazy.
Yeah, and then we find out she's crazy too.
Yeah.
Because when he comes back and he doesn't even recognize that she's pregnant. Remember the first time he just runs in the pet store, he didn't recognize. She's looking at him like, you're not even
serious?
looking?
And he just looks at her.
And when he first looked down,
he's like,
what you want me to say? Congratulations. And he was just so That's when I was like, okay, that's what I was saying. I'm glad you saw that dude, but I was looking at him like,
no, I saw that when he was like,
he's disgusting.
She's like, it's yours. What do you want me to say? Congratulations? No way in hell it could be.
Yeah, it was like he's like, does your husband pull out? Does your husband? But she's like, you really want me to answer that? And it's like, whoa. That's what I'm saying. I have to read the script. This is crazy. This is. I want to actually now. I'm like, I could watch it again. Now I want to watch it again.
That's what it's like. You need to watch it again and really look for those cues in the script where things are repeated because it really means a lot.
Yeah. What else? We didn't even really talk about the ping pong. It's like that's not even the. That's an afterthought.
That's an afterthought.
That's the same. This being called a sports drama. I'm like,
it's not. It's something of something else.
What did you think of Gwyneth Paltrow? I was like, I don't like her as an actress, but I mean, she was fine.
I think she was needed for the part she played.
Yeah.
And I think she played it really well.
Yeah.
Because I expected her to sleep with him. Because he's a persistent asshole, and she's very unhappy in her marriage.
Right.
And bored in between the scenes. Yeah. And low-key wants to get back at her husband. Like, any locked-up princess in the castle needs an opportunity to be bad. But
I love
that makes them feel alive.
That line he said when they're in the hotel room and he's like, well, you want to understand, like, what I'm chasing, you already cashed out. Yeah. I was like, whoa! And that's when she's like, you're disgusting. She's like, I don't act anymore. I married this rich guy.
Yeah, she said, you're disgusting. And I was like, yeah, he is.
And he's like, and he make a face like, I don't care. I was like, he goes, he's like, I was going to order room service when you leave. And it was just like,
that, and I bring it back again, that felt so New York. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah, he just like,
The way he was like, to be honest, I don't care. I was going to order room service the moment you left. I was like, the gall.
Remember, she's like, how you going to pay rent? How you going to... He's like,
I don't pay rent.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was like, now I'm like, all the credit card scammers in Brooklyn. I say, they should not watch that movie. They'll be like, we gotta go hard.
Yeah, we gotta go hard. They're like, if Marty could do it, we can do
it. No. Yeah. Wow. He definitely told her that you already cashed out.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't a shit play. Remember, she was like, "Oh, he got all of the people from his factory to come. He's a bunch of morons." And I was like, "All right, that's messed up." They come to see a play, and she's like, "Well, they're stupid, so who cares what they think?"
Rightfully so, though. Like, if I was her and my husband got all his coworkers to just come and see, yes. Grateful, but like also what?
But she liked it. Remember, she came out and then they cheered. She'd be like, "Oh, I like it."
Yeah.
And then they told her all the times that they hated it, and she's like, "Oh, what the heck?" And then the scene in Central Park.
The scene in Central Park was one of my favorites because it showed that even though this city is like nitty gritty and hardcore, it's like there's an empath or empathetic feature to it. Where she was just like, most people out here would be like, no, get the fuck out of my face, like leave me alone. But then once you give them like 2 seconds to think about it, then they turn around like, hey, I was an asshole, like how can I help you? She turned around and was like, I really despise you, but I really believe in you. So it's like, here, take the necklace. That really threw me for a curveball. Right. But then I was like, that makes sense for like on the outskirts, like we have harder shells over here because everything's a scam, everything's a blah blah blah. But like, if you give us a moment to really mull it over and think and feel it, if you have the means, most people do come around.
Right, she does. And they even start getting freaky on the lawn. And then the cops come, and then it's like, oh my God.
It's like, you don't get a moment of rest. They keep you on your toes.
Yeah,
what's
like,
next? What's next?
I don't think this movie, anytime we get those slow moments, it's not slow anymore. Let's turn it up, get quick. And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're constantly frazzled. It's literally like living here. You're frazzled, you're stressed. Like, there's what's going to happen next, you don't know, but you try to cope and be prepared. But there's no way to prepare for this movie. There's no way to prepare for this movie.
There isn't, no. That's why I remember we were coming out and I was like, this is really interesting. He's, entering his 30s, Timothée Chalamet. Yeah. And this is a movie you have under your belt. Hey, man, you can't go back.
You can't go back.
Like, you can't make a dud. I'm low-key like, you can't make a dud anymore.
Yeah.
And even though he doesn't really have any duds, but I'm just like...
I'm like, Timothy, you can't peak in high school. Let's not peak in high school.
Keep going, man.
Let's go.
Don't. So now I know. That's how I'm like, I respect him what he's doing with the marketing, because it is like, this movie, it is special. It is special. And it feels special for the director, for the writing, from all the actors, from how it's shot, how it feels. It's just like, no, everyone go watch this. This is a lot of fun. This is. And they're like, what movies are for adults? I'm like, this is an adult movie.
You want an adult? Yeah, you want an adult movie? You asked for it. They really gave it.
Really like this. So I'm saying 5 stars. What are you saying?
Oh, definitely 5 stars.
5 stars. Yeah, okay.
Timmy did
Chalamet, you got
I want a jacket now.
I want a jacket. It's like a G. I'm not buying that. That's crazy.
Hey, Timothy, if you're going to watch this, please send us both a jacket.
Yeah, send us a jacket, man. We like the movie. We think you're funny, man. You went to LaGuardia. We know you're an artsy kid, man.
2XLs.
2XLs.
For 2XLs. Yeah, because I like mine oversized.
Okay, that's perfect. Marty Supreme. Christmas Day. I'm going to keep saying that. Go see that. This movie, I had a lot of fun. Good. And, thanks, y'all. Thanks, Yamata, for joining. And,
thanks for having me.
What's another movie you want to see that's coming out? What do you got on your radar?
I forgot the name of it, but it was one of the trailers we were watching. I do want to see Avatar, even though people are getting kind of exhausted about it. It's just cinematic beauty at that point.
And as I was saying, this movie is if you really like it, you're gonna love this. Yeah. You like Avatar, this movie's in your bag. But if you are kind of on the fence, this movie will make you be like,
what is this? Yeah,
I'm out. I'm good. I fell asleep the last 30 minutes
of Avatar.
Yeah, because it was a repeat of it. Just whatever. Just watch it. I want to know what you think. Okay. I know you said you want to see The Housemaid.
I want to see The Housemaid.
So you're gonna come back on the show for The Housemaid?
Yes, and I'm kind of on the fence because I don't like that actress.
Sydney Sweeney. You know what's funny? I'm really realizing, because I went to see her boxing movie. I was the only one in the theater. Literally, it was me. That's what I was like, oh, this movie really did make $2 million. I was the only one there, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, she's just mid. Like all her performance is just a straight line. She can't go high, low. It's just like, you have nothing.
I feel like the storyline of The Housemaid is probably going to be really good, but
she can't give you anything, though.
She's not going to give me anything. That's why I'm nervous. Because I fear she's going to ruin a good script.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. Thanks, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. The YouTube stuff. I don't usually say that, but thanks, y'all.